That's something that's also fresh. Is like there's so much interesting people that like live in this part of the city. And I feel like this part of the city gets slept on a little bit for how much cool people's here because we're all forced to go to other places to be cool.
Mm, that's a good point. That's a very good point. That's a very good point how you put that. You have to go somewhere else to be cool. Yeah, you're right.
Like I don't know,
You're right.
like you're a lot more hip than I am. Like what in NDG makes you go like or Côte Saint Luc or any of that? Where are you like? Where am I going to go turn up or whatever?
I gotta it's downtown, but like there's a lot of characters here within the area where it's ND like NDG, Montreal West, Côte Saint Luc. There's some pretty dope people around here that like you wouldn't expect, but you
It's
just
not
gotta find it.
the
And like we're like at the end, you know what I mean? Like we're at the end, like we're not next to the highway. We're like 10, 15 minutes from the highway and all that shit. Like we're in the like in the back end, like the corner.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You live pretty far.
Yeah. Exactly.
No,
You
but
know where
even
I'm
like where
at.
I'm at,
So
man.
no,
I mean, where I'm at, like if you look at it on the map, it's a huge point you're making because it is kind of like there's no convenient reason to randomly come here.
100%. Unless like you live there or you have like some sort of business to do there, you have no reason to be there. Zero reason. Zero.
I'm straight up trying to tell the politicians that they could like influence having better reasons to come here because like nah, I mean like let's say they was throwing like not so much like the 4 or 5 groups that be doing it and shout out the our NDG and all the people that actually do shit, but imagine like this city was throwing more block parties or like letting people like you come and run some shit up in here, facilitating it, we'll
Yeah, I
say.
hear you.
It's like you could turn it into like, yo, I gotta go to a Katie and I assume JS fucking situation, and like it's litty and it's here.
Yeah. Um, how could I answer that? Like, I feel like a lot of people like they're very like closed. Like they'll just like keep their kind of like I guess like circle of friends or like circle of entourage, whatever it is. They wouldn't want to like kind of reach out to someone else to do something, and that's what I find is like a big problem in Montreal. Like like people don't like. I'm like I've heard other people speak about it. It's just like the whole I guess you could call it like a partnership.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Or like collab. Like you don't see that too much in Montreal. Everyone's just like, I'll just fend for myself. I'll just make it on my own. I'll just do this with the group of people that I'm with. I won't reach out to like X, Y, and Z. I'll just do it on my own. And like if it works, it works. If not, then fuck it.
I want to just big up the young ones because they are not replicating that. I just want to big up. I've seen
No,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
young
That's
ones
true.
collaborate together. I've seen a lot of young ones that I discover featured and followed by a lot of other young ones that I'm discovering, and I'm like, oh, they all know who
Mm,
each other is. That's wildly
yeah,
interesting. But I
that's
encountered that
cool.
a whole bunch. But I also feel like our whole lives we were put into fishbowl environments that like kind of got us to, and then all of a sudden we're like put into the world with no fishbowl environment no more, and it's kind of
Yeah,
hard. Like so that's why I'm like a facilitation. Like that's why I'm going to the park on Sundays now at the amp and shit, which y'all can come through
I
if you
see
want to
that. I
fucking
see
do it.
that. Shout out to you.
I heard
Shout
football
out
fucking shit Sunday. Good luck, and I was like, fair enough, Jess. I understand that it's not a good day for the football world, but but then it's like, yo, but that's the kind of what I'm saying. Like you can come, whoever wants, and it's not like just to plug it, but it's like I'm trying to like show like what I mean by facilitation of this. You create the environment, and make it dope, and people that maybe don't live here want to come here for once.
Nah, for sure, man. And yo, I shout out to you for that. I saw you guys did that thing. Was it last week?
Yeah, that's
It was at Oxford Park, but it was like a big thing because I saw my boy Wasi was out there. Yo, did that, and yo, man, it's a dope thing that you're doing, and I really hope like more people reach out to you. I mean, yo, it's gonna start be getting cold soon, so like
yeah, it's
you
that
know,
yeah we mid October probably latest, and then
mid
it's like it is
October,
what it is.
yeah, you know what I
I
mean.
mean, like yo, it's
But then
all
yo,
weather
from
permitting. But yo, when I look at it, it's like then you get to the next part of it. All right, so say the winter comes, somebody like y'all know how to actually throw parties that are lit. You know, and
yeah,
maybe
but
there's
like because of the COVID thing, well, I don't know how it's gonna work, but like we've talked about that, like we gotta like host like another like we have to get back in that. So like we're kind of looking at like venues. Like Cabaret was like our like bread and butter, man. I wish that was still around. or like the same ownership. I mean, it's still around under a different name, but like we
Yeah.
need to find like another
Yo,
like cabaret
apparently
underworld.
they're opening up a venue in DG,
We're at
like across from Girard. One of the churches or something's abandoned or whatever, and one of them buildings they're gonna flip into a venue.
okay.
Apparently, I don't know when, 'cause it's life and shit. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it got me thinking, like, what about like the loft side of it all, the private party version where it's more low key.
Yeah, that's what like we're kind of more
Oh,
into,
it's
like
the old
you know,
theater with the Egyptian figures on it.
we'll feed it with the. Oh yeah, for real?
Yeah, that was what the mayor
Okay,
was saying. She was like, "Yeah, we're gonna
okay,
flip that into a venue. It's like greenlit and it's gonna come." So like, I'm like,
okay. So that's probably not coming to like next year though.
yeah, probably, I don't know. Bro, we
Next
don't
year,
even
or
know who's in power.
yeah, I don't even know, right? Yeah, yeah. I'm just talking on my ass, but like, yeah, yeah, I'm all for like the private parties, word of mouth type of thing. Like that's what I'm more like. Clubs are cool and all that, but like I find people vibe out their best at like, you know, come to a little private bar, where you pay your little 5-10 bucks to get in, whether it's a BYOB, whatever it is, you're gonna see the people at their best at those type of things in comparison to like a club, with like restrictions on X, Y, and Z. Like, just you come vibe out, just don't break down the place, turn up as much as you want. That's what we all here for. I turn up. Yo, if you follow me on IG, you see me turn up, shirt off. So like, we out there. But like, yeah,
I
like
like how the
we're
shirt
more
off
like
is just like a flex for y'all. Like, fuck that. If you're wearing a shirt, it's a bad party.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was at my boy's Airbnb last night, and like it was getting hot in there, and I just said, "Yo, man, this shirt's gonna come off," and like I don't care. I can't do that in a club. Like the bouncer can tell me to put it on or kick me out.
So you're able to just
But
like rent an Airbnb, throw parties, and it's legit. And I'm asking because like I just never did it because I'm like I read rules
yeah,
and I'm like, well, I'm not supposed to throw a party. I think.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're a little bit on the expensive side to get that done, but like, yeah, like my party, there's easily like,
Like, are there just places that let you rent it for a party?
yeah, for more or less, like, yeah, or like you end up talking to the guy that's doing it, and you'll be like, how many people? And like, you'll be like, yeah, only like, 10, 15, but there end up being like 50, 55 people. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, clean up in the morning and nothing's broken. You don't mind, they get their money, you get your fun. Everyone's happy, bro. So, but like,
Wow.
I don't want to do the Airbnb. Like, if we could get a venue. So, like, I don't know if any venues are gonna end up watching this pod, but like, holla at me.
Nah, but even
Like, we
then,
kind
if
of
I
want to
found
we want
venues
to get that popping. Yeah, yeah, we want to kind of get that popping going into the new year, man, for sure.
or more
We want
like
to get back to hosting the
spaces,
parties.
there's got to be
Yeah, it's
like
more like spaces.
spaces that are available because then it's just gear and gear is dealable. That's just the logistic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're like, we don't need no bar and all that. Like, just give us a space and we'll make it happen. 100%.
That's fantastic. I like that. That's the kind of ambitious shit I'm talking about. That's where it's like, but then what you're doing is you're bringing something more to the table than just like, yo, I make music, but I also throw parties, but I also lead a football team, but
Yeah,
I also do this, but I also, it's wild.
there's a lot of altos to it, and even like with the spaces, it's gonna be good for like artists. Like we could do like a showcase, you know, let an hour or two for like some up and coming artists that come and showcase their shit, and after you turn it into the party for the rest of the night. So there's a lot of things that that could go in and out about it. So really not a bad idea, and it can only be like profitable and like they can only go higher from there. You know what I mean? So there's only an upside to it.
Yeah, and the more you do it, and if we can pull that off in DG, oh my gosh, that would be the dream. I mean, I know it's a big stretch because there's not like it's actually like not that many options available that I've looked at. I haven't looked that deep, but I wonder about that. I'm gonna look deeper. If y'all gonna do something, if I find something, oof, I'll look a little
Yo,
deeper.
yeah, 100%, man. You could always chop that up, dog. Always open to that, man. Always, because that's something that like that's another thing. Like I find that we're really good at. Like I said, it's like the party hosting, man. And I think we could do that. Like we know how to party. Like people that if you just go out with us, like on the regular, it's like yo, these guys are like good people to be around.
So what
To
makes for
party
like
with.
a
So like
good party?
it's just good vibes, bro. Like don't bring your negative vibes. Don't come with your evil eye, like leave that all at the door. Just come with you, with your +1 or your +3. You come with your bottle, or you come with whatever's gonna, get you lit for that night. We're not gonna restrict anything, open to all. But it's just like very positive vibes, man. Like that's all it is, man. And that's what I noticed like people were missing like during the COVID thing, is just like a good like party atmosphere. And I seen that like at my birthday, because like my birthday's in July, and that's when like I found like the restrictions were kind of like easing up and stuff like that. So like, and that's what people were like missing, bro. Just like having a good time. There's people who are missing
Bro,
having a
like,
good time from curfew and all that. Like it's just like a good time they were missing. So a good party is like, yo, bring yourself, bring your good vibes, and like it's not much, man. It's everything's just free of charge. The only thing you're really paying for is the bottle. That's the only thing that's gonna cost you money. But everything else is free of charge, man. You're bringing that. Just bringing good etiquette and all that, and yo, we vibing, bro. No bad vibes around here.
that's incredible.